Hello, everybody. Welcome to Nintendo Pow Block here on Boss Rush Network. I'm your host and Light Excited Eddie. Joining me is the one, the only bossman himself, Mr. Corey Dirrig. Hello, good sir.
Hello, Edward. How are you? How's it going?
I am super excited. It is the week.
It's a week. It is a week of something. Gosh, dude, so it's Bossy's week, which
yes,
on paper I think everybody's excited, but also Nintendo better not come out and announce a Switch 2 this week, or I'm gonna be upset for about 5 minutes.
Well, it don't feel like they're going to announce anything. Everybody, we're going to get into about some of the leaks.
What, there were leaks? No way.
We're going to get into Nintendo's response. And then Corey literally blew me away with some news that I had just run. Like, I don't know if anyone reported, but like Corey broke the news to me about this one. And
well, I didn't break the news. I read it on websites.
No,
the links are in the doc, Ed.
But no, the way that, because I was actually trying to, when you told me it.
The doc today.
No, I'm talking about when you texted me this certain piece of news. I thought it was a joke, and I was just like, well, someone probably made a thing. And then when you told me, I'm like, wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
And then so I started trying to look for the news, but I didn't find anything. So that's why I was just like, okay, I got to get back to
the
work
links
again.
are literally in the doc, Ed.
Corey, I'm talking about yesterday when we were talking. Thank you for batting those beautiful blue eyes.
I hate you.
I know you love me. That's the way I think. I assume.
No, it's just nobody else has the energy to do a 4-hour podcast with me, so I'm stuck with you.
Hopefully everyone enjoyed last week's episode.
Last week was awesome.
Yeah, we got a lot of good response from you guys. So thank you. Hopefully that we continue to put out Pow Block on Mondays, and you guys will continue to listen, watch the videos, the premieres, and continue to enjoy the show for 2025.
Yeah. It's gonna be a good one. I feel it, Ed. I think something exciting is gonna happen soon. I feel it.
Do you think I have a feeling
I try not to, Ed.
If they announce Nintendo announces its successor, I think they're going to do it in February. Because when was when they did the Switch?
So the Switch, they did a teaser in October.
Yeah,
like some sort of like trailer in November, I guess it was, and then they did that big the stage show where they announced like Splatoon 2, and they showed off Octopath Traveler kind of more in depth, and like all that stuff, right? They showed off all that stuff.
Yeah. Was it a shareholder kind of meeting or something?
No, that was it was like a showcase. It was like a live showcase. And that was it was in mid-January. So
I always think that it was February. Maybe it was because that's when they were going hard on the marketing. Because we knew that Sony had Horizon Zero Dawn coming out. And then Breath of the Wild was dropping in March when the Switch was dropping.
Yeah. So we'll see. I'm really hoping they don't announce it this week. Like, as excited as I am for it, and as excited as I want to get my hands on it, and I had a money spending discussion with my wife yesterday or last night, saying, look, I know you don't want to hear this, but I'm going to buy the Switch when it launches, and it's going to cost a lot of money, and I don't know if it's going to be, if they're announcing it tomorrow or 2 months from now, but when pre-orders go live, I'm pre-ordering it, and I'm just letting you know. I'm getting it. So yeah,
Best Buy is going to be a nightmare. I
they're
literally
all going to
feel
be
like,
nightmares.
oh
The
yeah,
whole internet's going to be a nightmare.
yeah, but I feel like I'm gonna have to drive. Of course, I'm gonna have to go to Wisconsin and get it because that's why I feel like. Oh, they're not probably gonna touch it. There's a couple of Best Buys, but I literally feel like I may have to text Jesse and be like, what is your zip code? And if it happens, I may have to take the day off and drive up to Appleton and go get my Switch 2 or my successor, I should
Yeah,
say.
I'm trying to figure out what the best way to go about it is, because
Because it's
I'm
just,
not 100% sure where to go to get it at this point. I mean, for me, the easiest place would be Best Buy. I mean, Amazon. Who knows what the relationship between Amazon and Nintendo is at this point, because they
yeah,
they're canceling 7-year-old Metroid Prime 4 pre-orders now.
yeah.
Which I haven't got a notification that they canceled mine yet, but
We
probably because
shall see.
that game's going to be one of those Nintendo $70 games. I feel like,
I can see it. I can see it.
yeah,
I mean, like, I think from what we seen of Metroid Prime 4, I think everything that we seen all happens in the beginning of the game. Um, like a cold open in a sense before we actually get into the what the full game is going to be about.
yeah.
Um, and everything, but that's for another day. I should say.
Mm.
Um, but Corey,
Yes,
this Thursday is the Bossies.
yeah, they're happening. I'm actually trying to edit a little bit right now while we're talking, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Man, these I I was telling you uh before we started recording, but like I gave everybody like a deadline, and then I extended the deadline to January 3rd just because I wanted to have everything so I could edit it all. And as of this recording is January 11th, and they're on the 16th, and I just got 2 videos today. And I'm like, man, part of me just doesn't want to put them in there because they're late, but I don't want to be I don't know. But there's got to be a hard cut next year for these videos because also, like, I know everybody complains that these things are in December, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like a lot of games from December get missed, but like putting this thing together, I know why these things are in December. Because nobody does anything over the holidays, and then they try to scramble and finish it like the day of whatever. And I granted, I know we're a little bit obviously a little bit different than the Game
Yes,
Awards and stuff, but like still, oh my
a
gosh,
lot of
man,
a
it's
lot
just,
of work goes into the production.
dude, you're telling me that, dude, I've probably put over 100 hours into this thing already. Like, I'm not even kidding. I started in November,
Mm-hmm.
like between asset building and editing and contacting people and talking to people and walking people through and recording with people, right?
Yes,
It has to be at least 100 hours, maybe more. And I still I have to
get it all together.
oh man, this thing has been like, I think it's definitely going to be way better than last year's, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope that I hope it just turns out well for us, like
Yes.
there's a lot of effort and a lot of people involved and a lot of like good in this, and I hope it achieves the goal that we're trying to achieve with it, which is connecting people, getting people to connect with each other, um you know spreading the word about everybody, and just, because there's like a lot of names in this thing, and then there's like a lot of smaller creators, but like that's the point, is like we're all here, right?
Yes.
So I'm just hoping, uh yeah.
Yes.
Anyways, enough about that.
Yeah. I hoping to have like a nacho plate.
You would.
And something to drink. I'm still debating on what I'm going to pair with. I know some people might be like, "Well, why don't you pair it with some apple juice? You put that for E3 and blah blah." That was E3, everybody. That was years ago. Sometimes you
It
can
was
switch
yesterday,
things up.
actually. He was watching old E3s. It was yesterday.
I have been watching some. Well, a couple of months ago, I was watching old E3s and directs and stuff. Just like, man, I wonder what happened to that game. Or why did I miss that game? Yeah. So, but everybody, it's not March 20th because, oh, good goody moody, we're going to have a discussion about that day.
Well, oh my gosh, dude. I'm going to cry. I feel like I'm just going to cry a little bit. It's fine. I don't know what I'm going to do that day. I have to record Tower Casuals that day, so I probably won't watch it live, but I will have watched it like 47 times before then to make sure everything is correct, and then I'll still find a mistake probably 2/3 of the way through. So anyways, great times.
Well, Corey, we got some greatness to talk about when it comes to Nintendo.
We do?
Yes, we got a lot to talk about. So you ready to jump in?
No.
No.
No, let's do it. That's fine. We'll figure it out.
Well, everybody, this is Nintendo Pow Block, part of the Boss Rush Media and the Boss Rush Network. New episodes come out every Monday on podcast services, YouTube, and our free Patreon tier. Support us on Patreon at patreon.com/Boss Rush Network for perks like early access to podcasts, exclusive shows, and bonus content. If you can't support us financially, no big deal. Your listenership and viewership is enough for us. Subscribe on Boss Rush on YouTube, and don't forget to like, comment, and hit the bell so you don't miss an episode. If you're listening on audio feeds, remember to leave us a 5-star rating and good review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. You can check out all of our content on bossrush.net and learn more about us on bossrushmedia.com. I know I messed up on that, everybody, but hey, I was about to say Boss Rush Media instead of Boss Rush Network and everything. But you know what? You guys know the housekeeping. Go ahead, support us. Corey.
Nope.
Do we have anything to plug outside of the Bossies this Thursday at 8:30 p.m.?
No. There's nothing else at the moment. I haven't even been talking in like the group chats. Like I have seriously been like, I forgot to do the social media for the Boss Rush side of this too. Like I've been posting it all on my socials, right? But like I forgot to do the Boss Rush side of it, and now like I'm kind of scrambling to do that recently. So yeah, just please watch the Bossies on Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, and whatever time it is your local time. I guess that would be, I don't know, 5:30 Pacific, 7:30 Central. I don't know. There's all these time zones. Time zones exist. So adjust to your current time zone. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
To you now.
Yes.
I am excited though. I hope that I hope people enjoy them. You know, there's a lot of our team involved this year, the writers and you know, our friends and industry people, and I I hope people enjoy them.
Yes.
That's all I'm going to say.
I am super excited to see it with people, to celebrate
Did
the
I send you the
developers.
did I send you the test link, like, to
Yes, you
show you
did.
what it looks like?
Yes, because I one of the things I suggested or I said was one of the when it shows the picture and the game is in the background, that picture could be in the top left corner. Yeah, top left corner of the screen.
Okay.
Um, while
I
while
wasn't
the
sure if
game, yeah, because I was just like screaming yes, even though I was at work. I was just like super happy to see it. I'm like, oh, this looks so good, and I was telling you the transition part of it, I really, really love. I was just like, yeah, I love. There's something about certain transitions when done right. They look so good.
Mhm.
With it. So
Yeah.
I definitely love the transition. With it. Uh, so yeah.
Yeah, I like how they turned out. I think the production value is a lot better this year, but also, like I said, I started in November and not a week and a half
Hmm.
before it was supposed to air. So, uh, but also this show is probably going to be at 3 times as long, based on the guests and because we had some of our friends and industry people give their top 3 to 5 games of the year. We had our friends do some that couldn't present awards. Like, there's a lot. So
Yeah.
yeah.
We got a lot of categories and a lot of special guests from pretty much kind of like almost around the world, or definitely around the U.S. Um, but yeah,
Yeah.
I'm super excited to watch it with everybody, um, and see
Yeah,
who the winners are.
I wanted to have a watch party, but I don't know if we're going to be able to, because it's just I need those extra days to get it done. And I know some
Mm,
people were looking forward to that, and I appreciate that, but I mean, I'm trying my best to get it done. But I also
yes,
want it to be right. I don't want it to feel rushed. I want it to be right. So, um
yes.
yeah.
So I'm assuming you're not doing any other podcasts um, during this week,
Well,
before the 16th.
I skipped the Boss Rush podcast last week.
Okay.
So I'll probably be on it this week, but that show has become shorter and shorter, and I think you know it's relatively short now. So I will probably not skip it. I'll just try to do my best and edit around it.
Okay.
Plus like since that show is topical and we hardly ever touch on the thing, like newsy things, like, and we
Yeah.
shifted the schedule around, I have like a week to edit it also, so like it really doesn't need to be done right away.
Okay.
So
Yeah. So, yeah. I'm excited to celebrate the winners and celebrate definitely the nominees. And of course celebrate even our presenters and special guests. Like I'm super excited to see how things go. Um yeah, but for the winners, I'm super excited. And who would get the ultimate boss key? Uh we'll
uh
find out on the
I'm
16th.
kind of surprised at what one. Uh but then on the other hand, maybe I'm not. So
Well, like I said, we will see on the 16th.
yeah.
Uh, so, but Corey, how about we
Yes.
quickly get into Snack Tendo?
Yeah, I suppose we could probably do that, huh?
Yes,
Snack Tendo.
yes.
I I had I had
Right.
Chinese food, Ed, today.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, I always think it's a good idea, and then I eat it, and I realize how much I don't really care about for Chinese food. um,
Well, like just like fried rice or
No, like I had General Tso's and lo mein. It was like it's fine.
ooh.
It's just so salty and I don't know. I just feel gross afterwards.
It was funny yesterday. Me and another mentor, we were talking about one of our old Chinese places that we both knew about and went to back in the early '80s. Um, and it got me thinking about their short ribs and orange sauce. Like you would put the orange sauce on these short ribs and it was so tender. I was just like, sometimes me and my mom would suck on the bone because it was so good to get that last bit of flavor. And so I
Yeah.
was there's another Chinese place kind of by our Six Flags Great America. They're a little bit pricey, but their fried rice remind me of that place. And I was just like, I wonder if they do short ribs, and orange sauce because I haven't had orange sauce in a long time. So I'm thinking of maybe getting some food from them one day, um, and see if they have any ribs and orange sauce with it. I know today for me, I had some sushi, um, which was really really good. Um, just some salmon and tuna, um,
Mm.
tuna ones and everything. And then Chipotle Friday for work since I kind of had a really busy day at work.
Mm.
Had to go to my store, help get the truck, go to another store, cashier there and do their truck, and then come back to my store to close and do the truck.
Mm.
So I was pretty much 6:30 a.m. till like 11:40 p.m.
Mm.
I wasn't even at home. I was just like I was gone. What's the whole day?
Mm.
So
Okay.
help me check it's good because since we get paid 3 times, hopefully my last check I could pick up a PS5 Pro, um and be ready for a Ghost of um uh what I would say Tone, but it's not Tone. Uh, the second Ghost game.
Yote?
Yote. Uh, sorry everybody. It's been a long day.
It
So
has not. You shut your mouth.
yay. Yeah. Uh but yes. Um, Well, yeah, that's what I've been stacking off, and then I got some spin wheel pecans from Little Debbie
Mm.
today, and some rainbow sherbet ice cream, which
Mm.
is always good to have.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Fun.
Corey,
No.
any pickups or anything?
Yeah. I did not bring them over here, did I?
Mm-mm.
Where did they go? I thought I did. I'm pretty sure I brought them over. Where did I put them? Hold on, Ed. I gotta find them.
Okay. So everybody, I did get Ease Memoir, The Oath in Ghana. And I do have a picture
All right.
of it.
I
And
am back.
so
Until my
so
headphones are
you
not
guys
in.
could check you guys could check my Twitter at that retro code or X if you wanna see the picture of it.
Hmm. I got Yars Rising
Yes.
physically, and I got Sea of Stars physically. I'm going to give it another
Yes.
shot. Give it another shot.
I need to
This year,
buy
maybe.
Yars Rising. I need to order me a copy.
$20. I found it. So
Where at on Amazon?
yeah.
Oh. I do have a
Yes.
$25 gift card for Amazon, but I'm like, y'all screwed me over on my last item.
I mean, if you don't want it, you can send it to me. I won't.
Oh, I already got it in my account. I just got to find out what I want to use it for.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Please, my $25 will probably buy you like at least one case of Red Bull.
Close, yeah. It's pretty
So,
close.
uh, well, Corey, what have you been playing with power?
Nothing too exciting, mostly because I've been editing in most of my free time, but I have been playing Roller Coaster Tycoon still.
Yes.
I've been playing Disney Dreamlight Valley still. I completed the Star Path, everybody. I know everybody was worried about that after last week's conversation, but I finished it with 34 days left to go, Edward.
Yay.
So I finished the Star Path. I still have to finish the Winter quest line. I have found 9 of the 15 Toy Story aliens, Ed, to progress the main quest. So there's that. And then last but not least, I played a little bit of Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze just to get my Donkey Kong reflexes back in shape, because next week we're going to be talking a lot about Donkey Kong Country Returns HD.
Yes.
Which includes all the 3DS levels. I'm happy to hear that.
I have my copy reserved for next Thursday to go pick up.
I also have my copy reserved for next Thursday at Best Buy. I will pick it up on the way home from work on Thursday.
I will be picking it up at 10 o'clock in the morning because I'm off. And I get paid that day. So, which I also need to, I need to see if they got Tales of Grace's F so I could pre-order that for Friday.
Yeah, I need to figure that out too. I think I have it pre-ordered on Amazon, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I have so many things pre-ordered on Amazon. There's by the way, speaking of Amazon, there's a reprint of The Messenger I found out that's coming in March of the physical, so I ended up pre-ordering that as well.
Nice. Game that I got halfway through and then took off my system. Nothing wrong with it. But I was just like, where's the Metroid part of this?
Yeah.
Like okay. So, but I know definitely with the PS5 Pro, I definitely be getting like Astrobot. Like all my shopping would definitely just be on the system because it's all digital. And since most of my third party is going to be Series X, unless there's some exclusives for PlayStation, not first party, third party. I shouldn't say exclusives. I should say console exclusive. Because like if they come out on PC, that doesn't make it exclusive anymore. So definitely with Sony's first party, I'll probably end up rebuying Horizon Zero. I mean, Forbidden West, and everything. Because I just don't feel like getting like the disc drive and doing all of that nonsense. Like, just buy it here. Because I actually need to subscribe to the PlayStation Plus thing because I let mine like in since I wasn't playing PlayStation. So, which I need to hook up my PS4, just finish a bunch of games that I got on that system.
You could just play it on PlayStation 5 when you get one.
Yeah, but my physical doesn't carry over.
Yeah, they do. They should.
I don't think
so.
Why
wouldn't they? They do. Why wouldn't they?
My physical disc carry over to digital?
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah, my digital games would carry over to PS5. That would be fine. But like most of my first party games for Sony is all physical. So Like if Ghost of Tsushima like is on a deep discount, I would probably rebuy it just so I could do the DLC.
Mm.
That's about it.
Sorry to disappoint you, but it is not on discount because I thought I owned it and I don't. I was playing it through PlayStation Plus, I think. And I didn't renew the premium PlayStation Plus because I'd never played my PlayStation, so why would I pay for it?
Yeah.
And I went to continue playing it, and there's a little lock next to my download that says you don't own this title. I'm like, oh, whoops. Well, I'm not gonna resubscribe, and I'm not gonna pay $70 for this. So
Yeah.
I didn't like the game that much. I'm like, this is the biggest ripoff of every Assassin's Creed I've ever played. So,
oh wow,
that's it's just. Can I rant for a second?
Side tangent.
Yes,
go ahead, sir.
I think it's so funny how so many people just hate on Assassin's Creed, and then they think Ghost of Tsushima is like the greatest game of all time. I'm like, it's literally a worse version of Assassin's Creed. What do you got? Like, what? Because it's Japanese and not Roman or Greek or Egyptian, it's like amazing.
Because it's a first party Sony game and not an Ubisoft game. That's only the difference.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay, you guys all just need to. I do want to say that playing Ghost of Tsushima though a little bit last year made me really excited for Assassin's Creed Shadows. So,
I'm super excited for that.
I'm excited to play that on my Switch too. Apparently,
hush, hush, hush. We'll get to that in news. We'll get to
probably
that in news.
8 months afterwards when it's $20 at Christmas time for every other console and $80 for the Switch 2.
We'll get to that in news. Let's hold on to that one. Definitely, I'm getting it for Series X. Along with Xenoblade Chronicles X. I can't believe Ubisoft did that, and I'm just like, okay, Ubi, you got my money still, but I'm just like, too big open world style games. And the reason I say that is because on how big I feel like Shadows is going to be and how big Xenoblade Chronicles X is. Like playing it on the Wii U, I'm like, yeah. And I was watching some of the video of the difference, like how that remaster, how they upgraded some of the graphics and stuff, and it looks really, really good. I'm just like, ooh, let's see, because I'm like, I didn't have any dips or anything on the Wii U. I know Digital Foundry said it had some, but I'm like, where? And it looks like they fixed some of the navigation. So when you get, I guess my assumption is when you get a mission, it'll show you where you need to go. Just like kind of almost like Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Because that was the one problem with Xenoblade Chronicles X is that you would take a side mission or you would take a mission, you'd be ready to go and do it, and would never give you directions on where to go or how to get there and everything. So I'm super excited for both games. For that. Yeah.
I'm really excited for Xenoblade, my Xenoblade playthrough this year. Finally,
me too. Because like,
I just really need these bosses to be over, man. I'm telling you. I was talking to Laurent today. He texted me. He asked me if I was doing all right, and I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'm just really trying to get the bosses done, man. I'm sorry. I know I've been quiet lately, but I'm just heads down editing. He's like, okay, just making sure. I'm like, okay, just
Look, as long as I get an Instagram video from you, I know you're doing good. I'm just like, okay, Corey is functioning today. Yes,
I'm functioning. I'm alive.
Well, everybody, for me, I've been playing Tumba, special edition on Switch. I ended up getting like that. It was on a good sale, so I ended up getting it on Switch. I'm still kind of at the beginning, kind of like where I've been at on PlayStation. With it, it's Tumba, nothing different. But like I mentioned, while you was going, Corey, I got the Ease Memoir, the Oath and Felgana. I am going to be doing a review for it. For Sunday, everybody. I'm gonna try to get that one out. Uh, I'm just gonna give impressions. I'm not gonna give like a full rundown with it. I will say it is a great action RPG. Um, the difficulty is a little bit mixed. And what I mean by that is that you probably won't have a problem grinding and fighting regular enemies, but when it comes to the bosses, that's going to be where the real challenge comes from. With it,
Hmm.
uh, yeah, and I will say great music, great soundtrack, like a lot of rock kind of I don't want to say anthems, but like there's a lot of rock, and good a good drum sound. It's like it's the mix, the music quality and the mixture of it is really really good. There's barely any loading times. And it feels like it's locked at 30 frames per second. It's like everything is so buttery smooth. Um, the graphics are acceptable. And I think it's acceptable because it looks like it's going to be that kind of these graphics. The way that they look, it's also look like it's on PlayStation on the PlayStation uh, version also. So, uh, I do have some gripes with it, and it's mostly have to do with some of the items that you get, um, because you actually uh this is part of the review that I'm probably going that I'm going to be putting in. You get a shield in the game, but you can't block in this game at all. So if you
Hmm.
get hit, you get hit. Um, so and I think the shield is only just to help you add defense to your character. Adol. So um, I will be getting more into it. Uh, right now, I'm almost at 8 hours. I'm kind of like on um like almost like this last dungeon for a particular item, and then I think I'll be at the end, closer to the end of the game. They say it's only about 10 to 12 hours, so it's not a very long RPG unless um you're trying to get everything. I think if you try to get everything, it's probably about 15 to 16 hours
Hmm.
with it. So
Okay.
uh but it's not a bad game. I will say I won't say that it is well I will say it's not a nomination for like game of the year or action RPG of the year or anything. Um, but it is a good remake. I definitely will say that it is a really good remake, and I think if you're an action RPG player and you or you just like of having your JRPGs on Switch, this is a good add to it. Um, I think I know that's Corey. I think I sent you a picture of my collection. Um but my and the box collection that I got was for Best from Best Buy for $59.99. It was like $60. So I was just like, oh, that's cool. That I was able to get it for this price. So um yeah, uh that's just a little bit idea of ease and everything. I know I still need to get East 10 um, that came out last year. Uh, so I'll probably be doing that in the future. But yeah,
Hmm.
that's pretty much what I've been playing. I will be returning back to Ocarina of Time. Um, but since East came out, I wanted to try that. Uh, play Rise of the Tomb Raider, did a little bit more of that. I am going to be. I'm kind of at the point of uninstalling Indiana Jones, but I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to press forward with it. I think I just need to just do the main line path because I still feel like I'm in the beginning of the game and not giving that game a chance. But I think Tomb Raider and Rise and Shadow of the Tomb Raider, I think that third person perspective, and I actually feel like I'm doing something. Um, I feel like that's more um engaging than what I'm doing in Indiana Jones and everything. I'm not saying that the game is the Great Circle is better or anything. It's not. It is a definitely great game. Um, I think I just need to do more and see what is going to keep my interest in this game.
Yeah, well, I mean, it also just might not be a game in a genre that you're interested in, right? I mean, I think that's kind of the biggest surprise by a lot of people is that it's an immersive sim, right? And so,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, I think like Dishonored and those games are really fantastic games, but I also really don't like immersive sims that much. So like I really like Indiana Jones a lot because it's not as immersive simmy, but it's still like it's still like I'm the person that wishes they would have just ripped off Tomb Raider and Uncharted and been like, we're good to go. Like
Yeah,
I'm that person. you know,
yeah. And
uh,
that's how I feel. I know I was talking to David about it, because he beat the game, and I was just like, I think it's this first person view, and it just feels like I'm not doing anything, and I kind of feel like I, that I need to get into the game more and see what it offers, because I'm just like I feel I just feel like I'm not having fun because I'm not engaged. This game is not presenting for anything for me to be engaged with. You know, like I kind of wish I was able to have more fights and stuff, but I feel like if I get into a fight, that it's that fear of if I'm being seen, it's game over automatically out of nowhere, and I kind of wish that I didn't have that feeling from games that do that. So, but I'm going to do my best to stick with it. Um, if not, I think I'll play later on this year and get back to it, and then let some of my other games because I just installed the Master Chief collection.
you didn't want to wait
I,
for the Switch 2 release
we'll
that's
talk about that
coming
later.
soon.
We're talking about that later. Hush, hush, hush. We'll talk about that later. So,
Oh my gosh, man, this
you ready to get into family news then, Corey?
no, I don't care. Whatever you want to do, Ed, it's fine. You know.
Okay. So, well, everybody, it's time for family news. Corey, take it away.
Is it time for family news? Uh,
Yes.
there is some breaking news, Ed. If you want to read that, or if you want me to go over that, if I can
Yes.
find it. Dang it! Did I close the window on accident? Hold on. All right. So, breaking news, which we'll talk a little bit about this in a minute, but it's claimed that Nintendo. This is from Nintendo Everything. It's not even in the doc. Uh, it's claimed that Nintendo confronted accessory manufacturer Genki at CES 2025 with lawyers following this week's Nintendo Switch 2 rumors. So let's see. As Switch 2 leaks and rumors reach a feverish pitch, Nintendo has put out a statement addressing the situation slightly. We also have an update from Genki. Genki has apparently told Japanese publication GameSpark that its Nintendo Switch 2 mockup was merely based on rumored details floating out there in the industry. Let's see. The big part of the discussion around this week's rumors were from Genki, an accessory maker. The company went as far as to bring a dummy model to CES and allowed members of the media to get their hands on it. Genki also told IGN that this quote, was based on a real Switch 2 system it had seen and used as the basis for its accessories. But the company has since changed its tune. That is not all for today's news, though, as Nintendo actually issued a statement of its own. And then updated on January 11th, which is today at the time of this recording. French journalist Julien Talac now claims that at CES 2025, Nintendo approached Genki's booth with lawyers and asked them what was going on. The company responded by saying it did nothing wrong, having never signed an NDA. However, Nintendo is apparently still on the case. Ooh. Interesting. The plot thickens, Edward.
It does thicken. Who's telling the truth? What is going on? We don't know.
Seems like Genki is telling 3 different stories to 3 separate sides of the people. You know what I mean?
And, AKA, we're not trying to have our business closed from Nintendo.
We want to make at least one, and we need to make some money because we're going to have to pay Nintendo lawyers a lot of it to get out of this mess.
Right. We're not trying to get our license janked.
Oh, man. Good times, though. But, man, this Nintendo will get you, man. Everybody thinks they're going to pull one over on Nintendo. They'll get you.
And
they're gonna
why
get you.
why would you make some products for a system that you've never seen or have any real idea of, offer some rumors? And then you look at it, you'd be like, this could have been any kind of handheld system from any PC maker.
Yeah. It just goes to show you, man. People will do anything for a quick buck, you know?
Are people desperate? Are people really desperate for any information for the system?
Yes. Ed, we cover the system for I was going to say for a living, but that's not true.
I mean, and the reason why I say that is because Nintendo said nothing is official. They've been saying that anytime any direct came out in the past year, they said we are not speaking about the successor to the Nintendo Switch. Once again, we know if Nintendo has not said anything or revealed anything, it is hard to believe someone who was way.
I don't think it's hard to believe accessory manufacturer at all. I think Nintendo wants to control the message. They've always been that way. They're always going to be that way. And even though that this gets people excited, they view this as bad marketing, which on one hand it is, but also all publicity is good publicity. But they want to control the message, and this prevents them from controlling their own message. And they're angry, and rightly so, I would say. That's my opinion. I think that accessory, because you need the molds to make the things, the cases. Like, they're showing off cases, they're showing off like the hard plastic cases that you snap onto the console. They're showing off grips, they're showing off charging stations, which you need to know the dimensions of the Joy-Cons at least to do that. So, like, to me, what they were showing off is pretty real, Ed. I mean, but then that's what it looks like.
But then why say to the public, where we see it and we touched it, and then say, no, we didn't sign on NDAs?
They were letting people. It's not signing an NDA.
And this is Nintendo. If you think Nintendo ain't going to show you nothing, touch anything without signing a contract or of an NDA. So you already lie and contradict yourself. This is Nintendo we talking about. They would sue somebody over a fan game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let alone cancel your whole channel for some Nintendo music.
Yeah, that's why.
And you think they're going?
That's why when you see the bossies, a lot of the Nintendo stuff is turned off. the music, because I don't want us to get canceled. Oh man, I'm like, yeah. Anyways, sorry. Continue. Sorry.
No, so if you think that they're not going to have you sign an NDA, it's bunkers.
Yeah.
And now that makes Genkai look very bad in the public eye. Cause now you're trying to reach yourself out in a situation that you put yourself in, and that's not a good look.
Yeah.
Now, if Turtle Beach came out and said something, I will wholeheartedly believe them.
I mean, Genki is a pretty reliable accessory maker. I mean, they're just being stupid. They're just being stupid, man. I don't know. It's I don't understand why they're doing this. But they've been around for a while, I think.
Yeah.
But also they're being stupid. That's all I can say.
Yeah. And shoot, their mock-up didn't even look impressive. I'm like,
On the
are these some pegs?
Their mock-up or the
some of the
CG,
controllers and stuff.
like the CG thing.
Like some of the controllers and stuff. I'm like, this.
Oh, I think it looks way better than the current one. I think it looks really cool.
Oh.
It's just me, though. Just me, Ed. Don't mind me.
Well,
just hanging out. Just want to play a Switch 2, Ed. That's all I want.
We all want to play the successor, but
yeah.
I'm like, I think my thing is, yes, let's build our hopes up. Let's be excited and anticipate the reveal when Nintendo does it.
Mm-hmm.
I think when it's people who have no information with Nintendo, and this is Nintendo Japan, so ain't no way that people will have any information from Nintendo Japan.
Yeah, well, I'm sure Nintendo of America has units for American devs. They're not going to fly them all the way to Japan to look at them or fly the units in.
Oh yeah, but I think for something like this, I think Nitsy is trying to be like we controlling the message, but we want to control the release of our next console because we don't want stuff getting out and then it loses its appeal. Because the thing about it is when stuff gets revealed and we watch it, we're like, well, there's a feeling of it when things leak, we find out about it, and then it gets announced, and then we see it. Sometimes the reaction is just like, "Oh, really? Okay, that's what we waited for." And so it's just like sometimes reveals of leaks and stuff, it brings a letdown. Trust me, Walmart in Canada should know when they put all of that thing out, that ad before E3 even happened, and it ruined literally half of E3.
I think everything on that list except for the Splinter Cell game wasn't what it was actually came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, that Splinter Cell game is never coming out. Oh man, Splinter Cell, rip. It's gone. It's done.
Yeah, but Corey, you want to move on or
no? Yeah, we can actually get into the real stuff now. I gotta remember that I gotta write this down for the show notes because I totally didn't even add this to the doc yet. All right, so this is where Family News is supposed to start, Ed.
Yes.
I guess we kind of already talked about the accessory leak, so we'll move. Man, now I'm all messed up. Okay, so Ed.
Yes.
Okay, we commented. Nintendo did comment on the leaks, so we read that already, kind of in this same story. Genki seems has a scoop on Switch 2. Looks like, so we talked about that. All right, Ed. Echoes of Wisdom has been nominated for several more awards at the 28th Annual DICE Awards. It will be competing against titles for like Animal Well and Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown for Adventure Game of the Year. Former Nintendo of America executive Don James will also receive a Lifetime Achievement Award at the event for his contributions to the gaming industry. So, yeah, Nintendo's pretty heavily involved in the DICE Awards this year. That's pretty cool.
Yay.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot of other Nintendo things involved there, but actually, I don't think there's anything else Nintendo involved there. I'm just kind of scrolling through the awards. I mean, there's a lot of games that appeared on Switch, indies, and stuff like that, but nothing.
Yeah.
Mario Party Jamboree. Mario Party Jamboree is up for Best Family Game. But yeah, nothing Nintendo really else is out there.
I need to see Metacritic. I wonder, with all the games that they released in 2024, what's the average that they had?
Probably like a mid 70s, I would say.
70s.
Nothing they put out was bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think Princess Peach Showtime, I think, was like the worst game they put out this year, which still was not low. I think it was high 60s, low 70s, somewhere in there.
Yeah. And I think the only thing that was really hurting that game was the performance. That was pretty much it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Their game of the year nominees are quite different, or not quite different, but they're sort of different from the Game Awards. So Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Helldivers 2, and Indiana Jones and the Great Circle are all nominated for Game of the Year. No Final Fantasy VII Rebirth or Metaphor or
Erdtree.
Elden Ring DLC. That's cool. All right. Animal Well's up for a lot too.
I still don't know how that Wukong game. I talked about it last week. Everybody is just don't shoot. The more thing that I hear about is that they can't get it running on Series S. That's the most time I heard about this game than anything else. I think that game came and went.
It definitely, at least in our sphere, it seems like a game that came and went, but it's clearly done something. I know. I mean, obviously, it's culturally significant for Chinese developers and an important game for them. But like, I don't know. I feel like that game kind of came and went, and I was expecting that game to be like, because remember when it was revealed, it was like the best looking game we had ever seen. Like that game was amazing looking when it was revealed. And then it just, I think, I don't know. I really don't know.
I really thought that, Dragon's Dogma 2 instead of Blade would have a place in this nominations and stuff.
Instead of what?
Have a place in the nominations for Game of the Year.
Dragon's Dogma 2. People that hated that game.
It got a lot of praise. A lot of people. It got really good reviews and sales. So that's what I was kind of shocked.
I heard people like really didn't like it because it was like not what they wanted a sequel to be.
I know they said, I think it was the one place saved. That was part of the problem. That's the only thing that I heard. Like Grayson said he enjoyed it. But
Grayson's
that's what's like.
Grayson's
So
I'm just kidding.
Well, not with one of the horror games from what's that horror?
Still Wakes the Deep.
No, the one from it was from the creator of Silent Hill.
Oh, Slitherhead. Slitherhead.
Yeah, Slitherhead. Yeah, something like that.
I don't know.
Yeah, because he did the review for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and it's just like, this is not a good game.
I mean,
Shout out to Grayson Morales at Game Red.
Yeah, part of the Bossies.
Yes. So,
thanks for following the rules, Grayson. I appreciate you.
So, yeah, but I'm super excited that at least Echoes of Wisdom is going to be at the DICE Awards. I still feel like, and just to support everybody, that Echoes of Wisdom is just still my game of the year. Like, I still feel like it was the game of 2024 for me. And not saying that anything else that I played throughout the year wasn't good. Like I said, Hellblade 2, definitely Xbox Game of the Year, definitely my second place for Game of the Year. But Echoes of Wisdom takes number one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll I'm sure we'll talk about that more in the coming weeks because I'm wondering how some of these Switch games are going to run on Switch 2. So but Ed, we really don't have a whole lot more news. We have a lot for rumors.
Yeah, we do.
So we might as well get into that because geez, man, there's a lot to talk about here, man. So obviously,
I think this first one that we're about to get into that for the rumor mill, everybody.
Yeah, well, I mean, we spent like a whole 45 minutes on this topic last week, and it was like, oh well, I wish we would have had this information last week because now it feels like we're gonna talk about Xbox again, Ed.
Yep.
Is the Switch 2 an Xbox? According to recent rumors, insiders, and I don't know, the back end of a lot of Microsoft owned websites, a lot of their first party games are going to make their way to PlayStation 5 and or Switch 2. So here are the games that are rumored for Switch 2 from Microsoft, which could include more. I'm not 100% sure. Depends. Also, this is all just rumor and speculation and alleged leaks and alleged whatevers, right? Because none of this is published information. But this does come from Jez Corden from the Xbox 2 podcast. This comes from Nate the Hate, which you can take him or leave him. But he's mostly reliable when it comes to Xbox stuff, at least. Yeah, I'll just run down the list real quick. So Microsoft is reportedly planning to bring many of its games like Halo, the Master Chief Collection, and Flight Simulator 2024 to Nintendo Switch 2 and PlayStation 5. With insider Jez Corden discussing these claims. Additionally, games like Hellblade 2, Age of Mythology, and Gears of War Ultimate Edition could also go multi-platform. Microsoft shifts towards a more multi-platform release signals a strategy to broaden its audience by supporting the other consoles, including the Switch 2. Here's a list of games that were found either in databases or through multiple retailers, accessory makers, all kinds of people. So Call of Duty, which Microsoft confirmed Call of Duty would be coming to Nintendo at some point, right? They did confirm that. Doom, The Dark Ages.
Which makes sense because Doom Eternal came to Switch.
Yeah, but those ports were magical. We have no idea how that happened. The joke continues that Doom can run on anything, right? So,
hey, the game still came out to Nintendo Switch. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, both of them did, and Wolfenstein.
Yeah,
all on id Tech. So it's impressive. Let's see. Gears of War Ultimate Edition. Gears of War Collection that's been rumored for years. Gears Tactics. Gears 5 Ultimate Edition, which is the edition that includes that Hivebusters DLC.
Yeah.
Halo: The Master Chief Collection, Halo Infinite, Hi-Fi Rush, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Psychonauts and Psychonauts 2, Rare Replay, Sea of Thieves, Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2, The Outer Worlds 2. These are all games that have been surfacing with SKUs for these, either the Switch 2 specifically or both the Switch 2 and the PlayStation 5.
So Gears Tactics, Gears Tactics look like it won't be hard for them to port.
Yeah, I mean that's an Xbox One game, right? I mean
Yeah.
the game is amazing looking, but it's an Xbox One game.
Psychonauts and Psychonauts 2 will be a first for Nintendo because Psychonauts is on PlayStation 2, I believe.
It's on PS2 and Xbox.
Okay. Rare Replay should have already happened. Sea of Thieves is on PS4, so we still have to see how Nintendo's online is going to be handled. Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, I could see coming to PlayStation and Switch 2 because Ninja Theory released the first game on all three platforms before. They released them PS4 first, and then Xbox. I think that's when Microsoft bought them. Around that time. I think they published the first one for Switch. Microsoft did. I don't know the full details for that one. So I could see them putting Hellblade 2 on that platform along with PS5 because the first one's on there. The Outer Worlds 2, probably so, yeah. Hi-Fi Rush is a weird one. Because
why is that the weird one?
It's because of the news about them GameWorks Tango Incorporated now. So yeah, I don't know if Microsoft still owns the IP.
So here's the thing. Here's how that works, right? It's a Sunset Overdrive situation where Insomniac and PlayStation own the IP, right? They own that IP now. But Microsoft still has the publishing rights to the first game. So that's how I imagine Hi-Fi Rush is, because Krafton and Tango still own the IP, right?
Yeah.
But Microsoft, in the deal to get that IP back to them, there was probably a timed publishing deal. Say, hey, we still have the publishing rights to this first game. Like that was probably part of the sales deal. So Microsoft does not own the IP, but they probably still are the only ones that can publish the first game for now. Because that's how Alan Wake was as well. Until the remaster came out.
Right. Because that was through 505 Games and Remedy, I think. Because they was able to put it on all three consoles that way.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's where we're at for that.
For the Gears game,
I mean, they're all on Unreal 4, so it really doesn't. I mean,
yeah.
The Ultimate Edition of the first game is Unreal 3, so that's a 360 game. I mean, those are all 360 games.
360 games.
Well, yeah. Xbox One games. So I don't know.
The Gears of War collection, I'm assuming, will be all 5 games, all DLC, and the one Gears of War with what's its name? The blonde hair. Is it Judgment? Yeah. Is it Gears of War Judgment?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm assuming those games will all be together with all air DLC probably whatever. I think Unreal 4 they or upgraded if they get on 5 or whatever. I'm assuming that's what the collection would be. Um, before they get into the next Gears game. Because E Day is going to probably be later on this year. Before
Mm-hmm.
we actually get into Gear 6.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Uh, man, E-Day, E-Day, I think is launching with the next console if they still are making one at this point.
Halo Infinite, that doesn't feel like a Nintendo game. That feels like more of a PlayStation. But I don't really didn't feel like Halo is even
I mean,
PlayStation.
I don't think anything feels like anything. I think wherever these games will sell, Microsoft will put it because it makes them money.
Yeah.
Microsoft is not a games company; they are a money making company, and that's what this is all about. So,
Well, hey, Master Chief Collection, I feel like could be on Switch, but not Halo Infinite. I don't know why.
because once Halo like jumps ship from Xbox, it's over. It's over. Like Microsoft has no more reason to make a console. That's what I mean. That's the general consensus. Is like
Hmm.
once Halo moves off the Xbox, it's over for them,
Because I
which
don't think
angers me in so many other different ways. But I'm not gonna go into that
because
right now.
because in reality, if I think about it, the only game that is originally from Xbox because they brought this developer would be Sea of Thieves because of Rare being of Microsoft buying Rare.
Mm-hmm.
And you know the reason I wouldn't say Hellblade, but Hellblade 2 does make sense is because Ninja Theory was independent. They did an exclusive game for Sony. They did a exclusive game for Bandai Namco, which went multi-platinum. Multi platform.
I'll take platinum.
Um I wish Instay did multi platinum. Multi platform. Um when Microsoft bought them after the first Hellblade was was a um console exclusive to Sony, then coming to Xbox it is then Nintendo. So that's more for like a slash independent contract kind of developer working. Of course Bethesda was third party, was ZeniMax I should say. They've been third party, so keeping that tradition on other consoles, like along with Activision, makes sense. With Psychonauts, uh, Tim Schafer's company uh, has always been multi-platform, um, in a sense. But I'm like, they were mostly like PC in earlier days before they became who they are now. Um, where we play, a lot of games from Nintendo in the arcade is in that collection. So the history of Nintendo stuff and the history of the arcade and stuff, I could see that making it to Nintendo's platform or even PlayStation. Like that one wouldn't even matter. Outer Worlds, I think that just came out to everything. It kind of feels so. Um, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, but the Outer Worlds was published by the private division, so
okay. Yeah, so it feels like I would probably say Gears and Halo. Gears and Halo would probably be like the first Microsoft thing for Nintendo at least. With Sea of Thieves being like the first uh for for PlayStation in a sense. Because Sega GameWorks did the Evil Within 2 through Bethesda, and Microsoft didn't own them at that time. So that's how I view it of them distributing games from Microsoft Xbox Studios, Game Studios on Switch and part of PlayStation.
I'm going to stick with wherever Microsoft thinks they can make money, they're going to play their games.
Oh yeah.
Um,
because I know Forza would never touch PlayStation because of Gran Turismo.
are you sure? Because Forza Horizon 5 is about to come out on PlayStation. So
Did they announce that?
no, but it's highly rumored
Uh,
to be the next Xbox game to hit the PlayStation. So
I kind of feel like
it's
I
going to
don't know.
release an Ultimate Edition this spring.
I think the Forza Horizon, yeah, that could come out for any of the systems. I feel like it'd be better on Switch for some reason. I think because of the music and having that game on the go, um, and everything. Uh, not to knock um the PlayStation or anything, but just like I think because of Gran Turismo, I'm thinking probably the regular Forza Motorsport and not Horizon.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I don't think it would make sense, right? I don't think that would make sense, but
Dang it, Horizon 4 is so good too.
it
Just
is. It's a good racing game.
yeah, I could see Horizon 5 coming to PlayStation. I think that game would definitely need the sales. Um, and I think PlayStation could give it.
Yeah. All right, Ed. Let's move into the next round of retail listings from French developers, GameStop, and more. Seemingly have released a or leaked a list of upcoming games coming to the Switch platform, the Switch 2 platform. Sorry. And the list here, I mean, a lot of these don't really surprise me at all. I think there's one on here that surprises me, but not. I mean, depending on how powerful this thing is, I guess it really doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
So the list of games that have seemingly been leaked here, which I have in the show notes. What I've started doing this year is putting our kind of doc in the show notes with the source links. So if you don't believe us, you can go to the website and figure it out, and you can read and see where they found sources. So in case you don't believe us, there is a link in the show notes. Here's the list, Ed, that has been leaked by French retailer Fnac. I don't know. French have weird words. GameStop and quote other retailers. Assassin's Creed, just as Assassin's Creed. EA Sports FC 25 or 26. Final Fantasy VII Remake plus Integrate. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Mario Kart 9. That's the kicker. That's the one that surprises me. At launch, at
Not
least.
actually, that doesn't surprise me.
At launch, it does.
I'm probably thinking launch window, but like that doesn't surprise me.
I mean, I think if I were Nintendo, what I would do is make Mario Kart 9 the pack-in game forever. That would be my thing. But that's a conversation for another day.
yeah.
Mass Effect Legendary Edition, Red Dead Redemption 2, Star Wars Outlaws, Street Fighter 6, and Tekken 8 are the games that seemingly have leaked. Also, I don't know if you saw this, Ed, but there are also images floating around of the sizes of the box art of the boxes. It looks like they're going to be about the size of a Blu-ray case, but skinnier, like as thin as a Switch case, but as like large as a Blu-ray case.
It's weird. I thought they were still doing carton.
Well, I think they are still doing cartridges, but also like they have to differentiate the games somehow, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I guess put it in a bigger box. I mean, the 3DS ones, they put them in a slimmer box, so I don't know.
I think my surprise is this is Red Dead 2. I'm like,
That doesn't surprise me.
it surprises me, um, due
Why
to the fact
Red
that
Dead
I'm
1 is on
like,
Switch,
yeah, I know that, but I'm
and
like,
it's physical, and it's all on the cart. So good on Rockstar for doing that.
I thought they would at least announce Grand Theft Auto 6, not for launch, but
Not for the
for the
Switch.
system.
Not for the Switch
What
2.
I mean,
Maybe
it,
Grand Theft Auto 4 or
so
5.
but this is the thing about it. So I think we might disagree on this one.
As we
The
do.
reason I, as normal, the reason why I say that is because seeing
Mm-hmm.
Tekken 8 is very impressive. Using Unreal Engine 5. So why wouldn't Grand Theft Auto 6 not be on? But Tekken 8 is.
Because
Even Star Wars
Grand Theft Auto
Outlaws.
6 is a huge game. That's why.
But why not include Nintendo in it? I mean, and I
Because
can
the
understand.
console's not powerful enough, and that maybe the internal SSD isn't large enough. Maybe if it has one at all, right? I mean,
But
there's a lot
Tekken
of
8?
reasons. Yeah, it's a fighting game, dude.
But I'm like, that's
Mortal Kombat 11 and 1 are on the Switch. I think Tekken 8 will run just fine on,
well,
on the Switch.
Mortal Kombat 1 came with a lot of questionable content with that one.
Still running 60 frames a second at 220p or whatever.
And that's just docked.
with no textures.
But like Assassin's Creed, so I think like Origin, Odyssey, Mirage, Valhalla, like those 4 could also come to Switch with the Assassin's Creed games before they get to like Shadows or anything.
Yeah, I mean, I think they just need to continue putting them out in order. I think Unity and Syndicate need to come out. I think the side-scrolling collection that side-scroller collection needs to come out. I think, there's a lot of things that need to come out.
And like Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth are as impressive. Impressive those games are. If they could run well on the next successor. That I think in Mass Effect the Legendary Edition, I think EA should try to not get in good graces, but just have something on the console. I would say that.
They've heard your call. They're mad. They heard that you're mad that they don't put games on the Switch. Ed's angry.
Street Fighter 6 is impressive. I think Star Wars Outlaws would have a good. I think would definitely do good on Switch, a successor. It's just that Tekken 8. I would love to have. Definitely would love to have. Definitely the banging soundtrack. That shoot, heck yeah, and have that much gonna go with some Bluetooth headphones. Oh heck yeah. But like not Grand Theft Auto 6 being announced or coming to Switch later on. That's just seemed so
Microsoft's trying to get their next console out before that thing comes out so they can have it on a console.
They're trying to get their next console out.
I mean that's a Don't get me started at my Xbox upsettedness. I don't know. That's not how you say that. But
your Xbox expressive opinion, I should say.
I'm just very upset that I've spent so much. I knew this was going to happen, and I did it anyway. But it's fine. It's all fine, Ed. It's all.
Maybe that's what I'll ask Devin. For their PlayStation podcast. Is that if looking at this rumor list, if Tekken 8 was possible on the successor, do you think Grand Theft Auto 6 would come sometime later on down the line to Switch or to the successor? And if not, what's the reason why? And don't say content. There's got to be a technical reason for this.
I mean, it's probably a huge game, and it probably won't run on the console. That's your answer. It's the same reason why Red Dead 2 wasn't on Switch 1. So,
well, it was shoot. We didn't
nope,
get nothing from
nope.
Rockstar until the Grand Theft Auto collection, which was a surprise to everybody.
Yeah, and it was
I'm just
bad,
saying,
but not because of the Switch, because they used AI to upscale it.
and then kick the developer who did it.
Yeah, and they literally
Off.
like changed the file in the store to the mobile version. It's literally the mobile developers in the mobile version of the game now, and not the whatever version they put out originally.
That's insane.
It's hilarious. Well, that's what happens, man. That's what happens when you rely on AI and don't use it like instead of using it. That's what happens when you use AI as a human replacement and not as a helpful tool.
Yes.
So, I don't know. I'm pretty excited to see what kind of third-party games show up to this console, because I've been holding out on Final Fantasy VII remake and rebirth. I mean, I was gonna play it after I played the original Final Fantasy VII on Switch, which I never finished because I was so bored out of my mind. I was so bored with that game. I played like 25 hours of it. I was so bored.
He's like, I can't do this.
I'm gonna try again though, Ed. It's on my list. I'm gonna try again. What was I saying now? Oh, I want to see the third party action on this thing. I want to see the third party stuff really flourish on this console.
Mm-hmm.
It's been so long since we had a Nintendo console that could actually like really do something meaningful with third party stuff, right? I mean, yeah, it was fun seeing Doom and The Witcher and stuff on Switch, and it was impressive, but like they didn't look great on the TV, right? Like it was impressive for like a handheld experience, but like
Yeah.
I want to see Nintendo like show some games off.
Can
Like
it,
I wonder if Final Fantasy 16 will come, right? Like that's the kind of game I want
right.
to see if it'll come over.
I think the thing is, if Nintendo could show off the impressiveness of what they could do with the tech, third parties should do everything in their power to get to that level. Showing off what the system can do. And I know that's a third SKU. I know that's them learning the development kit and all of that. But I'm like, you guys are the developers and publishers of that game. What does this say about porting companies? That is going to be something we'll definitely have to see later on in the year, on how that plays out and everything.
Panic button, higher up.
Exactly, because that really is going to be a big thing with Switch 2. It's just like it's the porting thing still going to happen, and if it is Panic Button going to be up to task? Which I think they are. I think Panic Button be like, give us a development kit and we'll show you what we can do.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, right? We'll see what happens. I'm intrigued by this lineup. I'm intrigued by the Microsoft lineup. I'm intrigued by Nintendo's. I'm really interested to see what Nintendo launches with. Like I'm really interested to see what Nintendo launches with.
Right.
I want to know what Nintendo games are coming out. And, it's just because like at the end of the day, that's what we're buying this thing for, and it'll be nice to kind of consolidate a collection to one console, right? But like instead of across 2 or 3, but at the end of the day, I just want to know what Nintendo's putting out and what kind of indies are going to be, upgraded or ported or new games or, that kind of thing. So,
because what is I was just thinking in my mind at work today about Anuma, and just like, everybody in this whole gaming industry is going to be looking at you, Monolith Soft, the Zelda team, on this next Zelda game on the system.
Mm-hmm.
They're not worried about the controls. They're not worried about the gameplay ideas. They want to see what are you going to pull off as a total package. You and that team.
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
the moment y'all do something completely different that might feel original, will it change the industry? Will it change will it change um the genre, whatever you put it into? Because the thing about it is, you did it before. In fact, you did it many a times due to use of Zelda.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do it again, it's just going. It literally is going to be like, it literally is going to be like, wow. How do you how? Just how?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Nintendo always figures it out though, and Nintendo always, they always figure it out. Um. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Our next last rumor, I guess. Obviously the leaks of the what the Switch 2 looks like um were revealed by Genki. Uh I actually what was shown in this, like the CG stuff and all these videos in this link and that kind of thing, like I think this thing looks really sharp. I think it looks really sophisticated and rich and high tech, and like it looks like a premium product. The way it looks like the jump from the Wii U to the Switch, like how much of an upgrade of a piece of tech that looked like. Like I
Mm,
love the way this thing looks. I hope it doesn't come with them weird grippy things, right? But I think those are the Genki accessories. Uh,
yeah.
uh, like the extra controller type grip things. But it's I'm really excited for this. If this is what it looks like, I'm all in on this thing. This thing's gonna be awesome, and I'm here for it. I am here for it, Edward.
Definitely looks like a taco in a sense.
A taco? What? 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 Get out of here! Get out of
Because of
here!
the way that the dock is.
I mean, that's what the OLED Switch dock looks like, essentially.
But yeah, but not that curve on the corners. I'm not saying it's a bad look or anything. It's just I'm looking at it and like, ooh, I want a choco taco.
A Choco taco. Jeez. Do they even still make those?
They don't, and I'm so mad.
They're probably out there with like Dippin' Dots and what's another terrible thing that people really liked back in
Well,
2001.
Dippin' is like another name because we sell it at work. That sells good. Um, but shoot, the cinnamon twist do be fire though from Taco Bell. I would not lie about that. I wish they had their apple pies too, caramel pies, but they don't. Dang it, Taco Bell, you have some good desserts.
Taco Bell. Those are two things I never thought I would hear in good desserts from Taco Bell. That just sounds.
Hey, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. It sounds.
But apple pies is one of my favorite desserts. So
I mean, it's
if I
fair.
can't have cake, apple pie would work for me.
Hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, it looks okay.
I think it looks awesome. I can't wait. I can't wait. Let's make it happen. Make it happen, they say. Make it happen. All right, Ed. Let's move on. Let's move on from these rumors because there seems to be a lot happening with these, and I don't know. By a day after this episode comes out, we might know things. So I'm really hoping they don't announce things this week, man. So concerned. Let's
I
get
don't think they will.
into
Before we get into Pack Watch, so that January 8th rumor is debunked because nothing happened on that day. It was supposed to be the Switch successor reveal that someone rumored
I
on
didn't even hear
Twitter and
about that
stuff.
one. I didn't even hear about that
Yeah,
one.
yeah, that one is debunked. So because nothing really
Clearly,
actually
because it's
happened.
the 11th and nothing got announced.
Right. But people were expecting for Nintendo to say something on the 8th. So
that must have been close to the day that the last one happened, right? Because I know it
yeah,
happened at the beginning of the year, right? So that must have been why that rumor was happening. Um, was like the showcase from the last one when the Switch was fully revealed.
yes.
So, oh boy, Ed. All right, let's get into Pack Watch. So Pack Watch is what you can be playing on your Nintendo Switch this week. The first item on here is Runny Bunny. Runny Bunny is an arcade game where you control a little bunny that must collect all the dots and carrots to unlock the passage to the next level. That's it. That was the whole description. Yeah, I watched a little bit of a trailer on Steam for this, and it I don't know, man. It looks cute. It's fine. My daughter would probably like it. On 116, a little game called Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. It's coming back.
Yes.
Help DK and his buddy Diddy Kong recover their precious banana hoard from the villainous Tiki Tack tribe in this visually enhanced version of the Wii game. Stomp enemies, blast through barrels, and ride rockets, mine carts, and even Rambi the Rhino in 80 levels across 9 worlds, including the additional levels from the Nintendo 3DS version. You can even join up with a buddy for 2-player loco co-op. I'm very excited for this. This is my favorite Donkey Kong game, everybody, by the way, if I haven't made that clear in the last 400 episodes.
They get on Country Returns.
Yeah.
And this looks, I love those black and red levels. That color scheme looks so good in that game, in this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Man, imagine what that's going to look like on the OLED screen. Just saying.
Beautiful.
It's going to look awesome. Take those screenshots. That's all I'm saying. That's what that button's there for. And then on 117, Tales of Grace's F Remastered. Tales of Grace's F Remastered is an action RPG with high-speed battles that allow you to switch between fighting styles to match your playstyle. Experience a touching story full of adventure that dives into the true meaning of bonds and friendship. No new NSO updates this week either. No new games on NSO as of the time of this recording, although, something will drop at like 9 p.m. tomorrow on a Sunday, right? So
I just want to announce, and I already told Corey this, Blade Chimera, anyone who played the Record Lotus War Metrovania game that came out on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC and Switch, those developers made another game. This is their newest game. It's coming out on the 16th too. In case anyone have a love for Metrovania games, it looks really, really good. So
I would have put it on here, but it wasn't on GameSpot's upcoming video games list. So
I did not. I go to the eShop. I went to the system.
See,
to be like,
I just don't feel like waiting 3 days for it to load to find what's coming up next.
You know what? That is true because the date was loaded.
Yeah,
the games was on it, but the dates was loaded. I'm like, oh, okay, Nintendo. Yeah, we need to get that together.
Yeah, we really do.
But definitely, Donkey Kong Country Returns and Tales of Grace's F Remastered, definitely would be, in our hands. Definitely, those are 2 pickups that I'm having, and Blade Chimera for me. So those 3 games.
Yeah. So that'll be great. I hope. What?
It's a good week for games on Nintendo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody should get Tales of Grace's F. I think that one's pretty underrated.
Yeah,
I think I played it on the PSP Vita.
I
I don't remember
played
which
and
version it came out on.
beat it on PS3. That's the only
Hmm.
version that I know of.
I think one of them came. There was a Tales game on the. I don't know,
Oh,
on something PlayStation handheld related. I can never
yeah.
tell because all the PSP games ran on Vita, so I never know which games were which. 'Cause- and like I didn't care enough about the PSP or the Vita to, you know. So that's
Yeah,
yeah.
understandable.
I did not care. I liked the Vita, but like I didn't. I don't really care about PlayStation.
I,
You know how I feel.
yeah, I didn't. I respect the Vita. I just didn't like that memory card thing situation. That was
Mm,
it.
mm. Yeah. Dang. Well, Ed, shall we move
Yes.
on to the topic of the week?
Let us move on.
All right. So when I was building the doc, I found this really interesting thing. And yes, I know we usually use stuff from bossrush.net, but I found this and I want to see if we agree with Nintendo Life put an article out that was called 8 Games That Define the Switch Generation. And I want to see if we agree with them or not. Because I was kind of looking through this list and some of them I definitely agree with. Some of them I do not. Uh,
I disagree with a lot of this.
I think there are points to be made about most of them, but
Hmm.
at the end of the day, like, did they define the generation? I'm not sure. This just seems like somebody's favorite games of the generation list.
Yeah.
Uh, to be quite honest with you, but again, this is a objective list, and I'm not going to take anybody's feelings away. I just want to see if we feel the same way.
Should we say
No.
agree for each game or disagree for each game?
Well,
Like
I just kind
between
of want
me.
to. I think we should say agree or disagree, and then just have a small statement of why we agree or disagree.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Something like that.
Sorry, my nose is like really stuffy, and I don't know where it came from because it hasn't been stuffy at all until we started recording, and then it just was like, ugh.
Oh no.
Anyways, all right, Ed. I do think the first one is a yes for both of us. It's The Legend of Zelda Breath of
Yeah.
the Wild.
Yeah,
Definitely.
like no doubt about that. Yeah.
And it's funny because this is technically a Wii U game, right?
Yes.
Um, but this was the instant. This was the first time Nintendo launched with like a quote unquote killer app since Wii Sports, right? And so yeah,
It
I mean, even though we both own the Wii U version, you played it on Wii U for a long time, and then I
yeah.
own the Wii U version, but it's sealed. I kept it sealed. I
Yeah.
kept it
It
sealed and put it in a plastic box because I think that's going to be worth something maybe someday.
yeah.
Uh,
Breath of the Wild was back to the system seller. Like it was that first game that for Nintendo since the Wii with Switch Sports, even though that was a pack game. Breath of the Wild was the system seller for the Nintendo Switch. So that's I can see why that would be on this list. Definitely.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it really showcased why when people actually got their hands on the Switch and they took that game on the go,
Mm-hmm.
why did they understood Nintendo's message? They be like, I seen it, how it's gonna play out. Oh, now I understand. And it changed literally for years, even till now, how people of any age game and everything. We had we had the handhelds and stuff, but to have that console experience even on the go,
Mm-hmm.
um, look how much it changed. You know, with Xbox, with PlayStation, with even with PC and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I
Yeah.
can see why it defines the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah. Let's see. The next game on this, or I guess for me, it's. I mean, yeah. I don't know what else to say about it. It was the game that I think it was the game that made us excited about Nintendo again, and it launched on a new console, which was
Mm-hmm.
very exciting. And I guess for me personally, like it kind of defines the direction of this show from that point on. Like
Yes.
I mean, we had a show. I mean, obviously, this is what 420 something episodes in, but like, I don't know. I feel like this was like where we finally found our groove and our chemistry as friends for Nintendo stuff. And I don't know. This game is going to hold a special place in my heart for a long time.
Same.
And yeah, it was a lot. It had been a long time since a game had made me feel the way that Breath of the Wild did. Um,
Yeah.
we have the conversation once in a while. Am I like? Sometimes I just don't feel like playing games, and I'm like, is there something wrong with me? Do I just not like games anymore? And then there's always a game, once or twice a year that draws me back into remembering. Oh yeah, I love games. I just haven't found the one that I want to play right now.
And
uh,
and and the, and the thing with Breath of the Wild is that it just feels like for that game there's still stuff to discover.
mhm. Yeah, yeah, definitely. So, the next one on this list, Hollow Knight.
No.
Yeah, it's a big no for me. Not because I just don't like the game. It's just another colorful Metroidvania that was good and people latched onto. That to me, that's what it feels like.
Yeah. I it is it's in it's a game that um has a placement in the Metrovania conversations about being some of the best games in this style of genre and everything. I don't think it defined the Switch because it came out on Switch, but it also came out on PC and stuff. Um, and it was like the kind of shadow drop thing for E3, but shadow drops for Nintendo Switch was a common thing and stuff. So
Mhm.
I don't really think it is something that defines the Nintendo Switch. I know what they're going for, but it was just for me, no, not this one.
Mhm.
I think if I had to go for a Metrovania, and this is kind of a real obvious one, I'm going to have to go with Metroid Dread.
Mhm.
Like it's a game that got nominated for Game of the Year. It actually helped Mercury system get
Steam.
back Mercury Steam to like get back to that recognition after Castlevania, even though they did the Seven's Return remake, like it really showed their new ideas along with Nintendo's ideas to deliver a game with a great story, some awesome boss battles, great environments, and and just like design, and that final boss, man, that mug was challenging. Like they weren't playing around, and it was just it even brought horror. Like it really got Metroid back on track for people to get to love it, and it had people bust out the Wii U so they could play the old games that they missed. And now, if you look at the NSO, you pretty much got 1 through 4 and Dread on it. So you got almost most of all the Metroid games on there. So if I was going to choose a Metroidvania game to define the Switch, yeah, it's definitely Metroid Dread.
Mhm. Yeah. Uh, I don't really have anything else to say about this one. I just it's a weird one. I understand people
Hmm.
like it. Um, I don't understand the hype for Silk Song, but again, that's just me.
Yeah.
You can yell at me if you want. The next one's kind of interesting because I think it defines a situation. I don't think it defines the generation. Maybe it does. I don't know. I mean, Animal Crossing New Horizons.
I'm gonna say yes because of the pandemic.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was gonna say. Is like it definitely defines a situation. But and I guess that means it would define part of the generation, right? Because that was a major part of the generation and why the Switch held on, or the Switch became super popular during the pandemic, and Animal Crossing was a huge reason why,
And it was and I would say it was the casual game that helped sell the Switch through the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you couldn't get an Xbox or a PlayStation, you were buying a Switch and you were buying Animal Crossing. It's the second game to be the connecting system seller in a sense. And don't forget, Doom Eternal also released on it, and Doom Eternal was supposed to be the bigger game over Animal Crossing. But no,
Well,
then
they had the fan crossover campaigns going on too, right? Like,
yeah,
that was really fun to see. And
yeah,
I guess I've kind of changed my mind on this just now. And we've just because we talked about it, it definitely earns its spot among the most important games for Switch. So yeah. I mean, it is the second best-selling game of the generation. So,
yeah. And I think Animal Crossing New Horizons helped create the Animal Crossing content creators on Twitch. It's the streamers and stuff, and so that gave more visibility. Not only for the series, and the Nintendo Switch, but people who like playing games like this. We judge people who do the farming simulators like Stardew Valley and all the farming games that come to Switch, but there is a community of gamers and streamers and content creators who love this and should be recognized, respected, and celebrated. And Animal Crossing was, I mean, yeah, Stardew Valley is a big one, but Animal Crossing is like, for a console, it's probably one of the biggest.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Ed. I'm interested to see what you have to say about this. Hades.
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh, really? I'm surprised you said yes.
You want to know why? Because this is Super Giant. This is Super Giant, right?
Yeah.
Because a game that was in early access that barely got talked about.
No, that's not true.
I'm just talking about, for me, once again, barely talked about, that was visible in my eyes. I could see when Hades dropped and don't forget, it was only in early access on PC for Epic. For Epic Games Epic Store, I believe. When the full game dropped, it only came to Nintendo Switch, and then the PC got. Yeah, Hades only was on Switch when the full version dropped.
No, I'm not the early access on Epic. I don't think that's true.
Yeah, Steam didn't have it. Steam didn't have Hades. When Hades first got announced and it was in early access, it was only for Epic Games. It was for nobody else. So I think that's why the visibility of it wasn't there. But when the full version dropped, Nintendo Switch had the full console version, time exclusive. It got Game of the Year nomination. People who had picked up the Nintendo Switch or were getting Switches were playing Hades. And so when it came to Xbox and PlayStation, the game sold even more because of that game hitting Nintendo Switch. Like, how do you drop in, I believe, in September, 4 months after that, 3 months after that, you are in the Game of the Year nominations at the Game Awards. Of course, the hotness of the gods and all of that stuff. But think about roguelike games like this. It had visibility from some people, but people didn't get into the genre till after Hades dropped. That's why when Hades 2 came out,
Well,
the hype
that's
was.
not true either, though. I mean,
But what other?
Binding of Isaac was super popular. Spelunky was super popular. Rogue Legacy was super popular. There was a lot of
But
roguelikes
not
that
like.
were popular.
But not like
No,
Hades.
yeah, no, they were. They were. I
But
mean,
then none of them.
not in the way that Hades was, but
Uh,
there were a lot of popular roguelikes. Like,
but to define the Nintendo Switch, Hades was the one that took it.
yes, to
You know.
define Switch, yes, I'm just
Yes.
saying in general about roguelikes.
And I think for when it comes to roguelike, Hades is the only one that got Game of the Year nomination. No disrespect to
No, Rogue
Spelunky
Legacy did too. I think at one point.
at the Game Awards.
I don't know about the Game Awards, but it definitely got some sort of Game of the Year from quote unquote
Hold on,
important outlets.
actually did Hades win Game of the Year,
I
or
don't
was that God of War?
I don't remember, dude.
I
Dude,
have to look at that one.
I barely remember what won this year. Astrobot.
Because
I remember.
with definitely when Hades dropped on PlayStation, definitely everybody. For me personally, I still need to find a box copy of Hades on Xbox. Everybody talked about Hades on Xbox because of that green box with that artwork. Looked it amazing. I think they got a physical version of it. Hopefully they do, so I can buy one.
What,
Um,
of Hades?
of Hades.
Yeah, there's a physical. That was
That
the
was
big thing. That was the big thing, right? It was like Xbox got one also, like a physical edition.
Right. Because that was still Xbox One, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, because was One X out at that time? I think.
Was what?
One X.
Yeah.
One X was out when Hades dropped for
Yeah.
Xbox. Oh, okay.
Pretty sure.
That title, that the box art on that green looked amazing, but I'm like, people wouldn't have even thought about that game until it hit Nintendo Switch. The same way, side attention everybody, the same way that Dead Cells when that hit Switch, for full production. Yeah, people loved it. Dude, that thing came out. My Best Buy pre-order was in, and people who did buy it digitally, they bought it physically. We was in the double dipping, kind of era for a lot of those games. But I'm just like, on this list, the front of Nintendo Switch, definitely Hades.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sorry for my long rant.
I think Hades definitely, its popularity definitely was impacted by the Switch's popularity, and so yeah, I would say that's probably an okay. Yeah. Fortnite is next. I would say
no for me.
See, I would actually say that I don't think Fortnite was in trouble, but it was definitely at a low point, and then it came out the Switch and people started playing it again. Like for like a lot. People started playing it a lot again because it was on Switch. And that was before they obviously added like the other modes and the Lego mode and and all these other things, right? But like they had kind of run their course on that original idea, and I think stealth launching it on the Switch during E3 that year, right?
Yeah,
was really smart. And I don't know. I would say Fortnite's just defining this generation in general. Not necessarily the Switch generation, but just like this entire generation of gamers in general.
Fortnite is like the equivalent to Roblox to me in the sense.
I mean, that also has. I mean, it's Roblox, Minecraft, and Fortnite are the three.
And that's for a little kids. The reason why I'm going to say no with this is because it was with Fortnite. It was more about the crossplay with Xbox, and then the drama with PlayStation not allowing crossplay was that was the takeaway of a game like this. I would say, this is me. I was going to replace this game, which I am. Fire Emblem Three Houses. If we want to talk about the Nintendo Switch, Fire Emblem Three Houses. not only did that game define the Nintendo Switch and Engage did whatever it did, people were going back. That changed not only the Firehouse Fire Emblem series, it changed the way that people wanted this series now to go.
Yeah, I mean, we saw what happened with Engage. The series took a step back in popularity because of what but then we saw they released Fire Emblem Warriors alongside Mario Odyssey that October, right? And then we got Three Houses, and then we got Three Hopes, which was the other Warriors game, and that's
that game is amazing. Shez,
it's one of the best. It's one of the best Warriors games ever sold, I think. In terms of the spinoff ones, so even surpassing the Zelda ones in a lot of respects. So, we talk about how Shez is an amazing character that is somehow relegated to a spinoff game, which sucks. If they ever make a true sequel to Three Houses, I would want Shez to be.
Oh, she has to be she's just too iconic, and I love the voice actress for her.
Yeah,
I mean, when that game dropped, people were buying it month after month. Even ran out of copies, and people were buying it. Fire Emblem Awakening saved the series. I will say that, and it gave it recognition. The other games that came out, because it was such a handheld game, people who knew about the series and was getting into it was because of Awakening. People really got into Fire Emblem Three Houses, trying to see who was the best family and everything, who to date and everything. And people were playing that game over and over because they want to see the other sides. And just like you, Corey, when you feel like, I don't know what to play, or I feel nothing that I need to play, people just I've just popped in Three Houses and now I'm back in the same campaign of choosing a different family. I want to see how this goes, and it's a good long play and a game that they focus. So I'm I would take out Fortnite, and I would definitely put Fire Emblem Three Houses. Koei Tecmo, a game, a series that don't even belong to them, made people say they changed the Fire Emblem series, and this is what we want. That's insane.
Yeah.
The people who gave you Ninja Gaiden was a game that kicked your tail, made this insane.
Yeah. So the next one, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I don't think so. I thought a lot of people had problems with this version. Didn't a lot of people think this game had a lot of problems?
Yeah, they did.
I mean, I don't have anything else to say. I don't think this is the best Pokemon game on Switch. I think Sword and Shield would have been a better pick for this.
Sword and Shield, Emerald and Diamond, or Diamond and Pearl. I would kind of say even.
I would say even Arceus, maybe even.
I would say Arceus would probably be a defining one because it kind of changed. It's something about the Pokemon series Arceus changed that made people respect it and like it. They tried something different, try something new. I would say Let Go, or Let's Go. Pokemon's games, not so much Pokemon Snap that did what it needed to do. But I'm if we was choosing Pokemon, I think Arceus would be my choice, not Scarlet and Violet. I did. Yeah, I just caught myself saying it.
Wow.
But I would say no to this one and replace it with Arceus.
Okay. No, I probably would too, to be honest. I think Arceus is I think that's the game, personally. But again, that's just me. We'll move along. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
Oh,
This is a tough one. I think this is one of those games where you could have put any massive third party port here that ran well. Like I think you could have put Doom, Wolfenstein, Witcher, any other third party game here, and that super impressive running on Switch. And say, yeah, the Switch could. There is some magic to be done on this console, but
so
and I know The Witcher got its kind of like third wind essentially with this release, and the fact that it was crossplay with the PC version was really interesting and nice, and a lot of PC players really enjoyed taking this on the go before the Steam Deck was a thing, or the ROG Ally or whatever, right? This was a way to play this on the go. I don't know if it would define the generation, though, in my opinion.
So I'm going to, I would say no to this one. There's two games that come to mind. One of them, not really, but like if I had to replace it with a third party game, I would definitely say Nier Automata. But I think this, what's the Switch exercising game from Nintendo?
Ring Fit Adventure.
Ring Fit Adventure. I think Ring Fit Adventure would beat this game because not only, once again, the pandemic and stuff, but a lot of people were playing this game. And when it comes to Wii accessories, I'm not Wii, Switch accessories and games from Nintendo, when people couldn't go to the gym, they were doing Ring Fit Adventures. And even after the pandemic was over, people were still buying the Ring Fit Adventures. But if I gotta go with third party to say impressive, I would have to go with Nier Automata.
Yeah, Nier's one of the best ports I think I've ever seen on the console. And just in terms of the way that it runs, and
and it's good that you mentioned Doom, because Doom was my first idea, would have been my first choice of a game that got ported to the Switch. You wouldn't think that it would ever happen because Bethesda and Nintendo never really worked together or had games on their platform, from my memory. But I know people were ready to clown The Witcher 3 about its graphics and always say it's gonna be poor. But the game sold 1 million plus copies. And people beat The Witcher 3 on Switch. They enjoyed it. People bought Switches to play The Witcher 3. I have my physical copy. You have your physical copy. I would say The Witcher 3 was an interesting game because people wanted to see how it would go. And regardless of the graphics, because that's all I pretty hear much people talk about, people enjoyed that game.
Mm-hmm.
But for this, I would play Nier Automata because, yes, as much as Nintendo and Platinum Games have a good relationship, I'm surprised that a game that was on PlayStation, that was on Xbox, got a physical and came to Nintendo. Like this, like Nier Automata was never supposed to happen on Nintendo Switch, and out of the blue, it did. Now,
still waiting on that other one.
Yes,
the Replicant. So
yes,
I'm gonna watch. The Switch 2 is gonna launch with Replicant.
And I will say, everybody, before we get into, I think the last game, Octopath Traveler, and is a defining game with it. Same way, but like if you play Bravely Default, you would get that idea. No disrespect to Octopath Traveler. No disrespect to a sequel, Octopath Traveler 2, which is a better game. Great, phenomenal game. If you don't have it on Xbox or PlayStation, get that game. great soundtrack, great storylines. Triangle Strategy was a good one. I think Acquire really knocked it out the park with a lot of their games. And shout out to Voice of Cards also. One of my favorite games. That Square Enix came out. The first one was a good one.
What about Harvestella or Diofield Chronicles or all those random games that Square put out with the same font?
You know what? As crazy as it is,
Oh boy.
those games may not be up to snuff or anything, and they may have went overboard, but people were just like, I'm gonna get it because I know that if I don't get this game, it's gonna be hard to find. Square Enix, they were, I won't say they were on a roll, but that idea of Nintendo and Square being back together and releasing great games. If you had that feeling in the Super Nintendo days and you missed it through the N64 and somewhat part of the GameCube days and everything, that feeling came back of them being able to work together and have games on the Nintendo platform.
Yeah.
So, and it really showcased that Nintendo, along with Ubisoft, with much respect to Ubisoft too, that they really supported Nintendo Switch and got some great rewards out of it.
I mean,
Which reminds me, I probably would have add Mario and Rabbids. Definitely, I would add that to the final Nintendo Switch. Like, if we talking about defining anything, that game needs to be on this list. I would just add it as additional as the 9th game. If you go back to that E3 and you watch it, the makers of XCOM was saying how they couldn't wait to play this game. The people who made the genre, like, that's insane. And people laughed at it when it kind of got revealed out of Nintendo's booth. And then you see the Ubisoft presentation and you see the love that everybody had for that man, for the director. And yes, he was crying and everything. And the second game is great too, everybody. But that was a moment to have praise from Miyamoto. Yeah. Come on now. That's a defining moment and a defining game for the Nintendo Switch. I'm sorry, Corey. If I'm saying too much.
I didn't say a word. Why are you apologizing to me?
Because when I get into stuff like that, I come out. I should say. Don't give me that look.
Anyways, the last game on the list, you could say it defined 2 generations. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
That's a shade, but yes.
I mean, am I wrong?
You're not wrong. To be honest with you, you're not wrong.
It's I mean, it's sold 65 million units on the Switch alone, and you include what, the 7 or 8 million it sold on the Wii U. Like, I mean, this thing has like a 50% attach rate to every console. It's
still going.
Yeah, it's one of the best things, I think. It's I don't know how they're going to top it with Mario Kart 9, to be honest with you. I don't know how you can. I think it is one of the best games Nintendo has ever made, period.
And it's still like on the NPD Famicom list of sales. That's crazy.
I'm not a Mario Kart guy, like I don't care about Mario Kart, I don't care really at all. Until this game, like until 8 came out. Actually, I really like the DS version of Mario Kart. I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, that one is good.
Mario Kart DS is amazing. I just Mario Kart 8 is one of the best games ever made, period, in my opinion. It's a top 10 game of all time for me, period. I said that when it came out on the Wii U, and Yeah, I mean, it's an amazing game. I don't, and the way they supported it post launch on both consoles,
Oh
right?
yeah,
Like the DLC on the Wii U and experimenting with DLC on the Wii U, and then basically giving us Mario Kart 9 without making a new game, essentially.
and
With
they give you all
DLC.
the free DLC with NSO.
Yeah, yeah. If you pay for NSO, you get it, and like it's still another tangent for me, real quick. It still blows my mind that people think that NSO is too expensive. Um, oh my gosh, it hurts my brain.
$50 for all those consoles. The free DLCs for certain games. I'm
Yeah,
like, shoot. And then if you Nintendo Music is only allowed if you have an NSO account, I think.
Nintendo Music's amazing.
So I'm like, and one payment of $50, and then they're adding more systems. Your stuff is going to carry over to the next console. Come
Yeah,
on now. And
people
then
are so stupid, man. Like,
there's potential of adding more. We're all hoping for the Dreamcast, maybe the Saturn Neo Geo, maybe some whatever they could get on that console. I'm saying Dreamcast would have me twirling. I would add $10 more if need
well,
so,
they
if
did
they
come
could
out.
get Dreamcast.
They did come out and say they're not making any more mini consoles. So maybe, I mean, they have to. My bet is that they're going to make a Dreamcast collection of some sort, sell it
Yeah.
first, and then it'll come to NSO. Would be my guess, because they're going to want to put it on. Man, the cool thing would be to say, hey, we have a Dreamcast collection. We're putting it on NSO. We're putting it on Xbox Game Pass. We're putting it on PlayStation Plus. You know, our legacy is important, and we're going to use it to promote our new games that are, you know, the new Jet Set Radio, the new Crazy Taxi, the new Altered Beast, or whatever else, you know, like that would be the smart move for them, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Can I add a 10th game to this list? And I'm sorry, everybody.
Well, there's
Super
only
Smash.
9. There's only 8 games on this
Hey,
list.
I
So,
know, but I had 9
9.
with yeah.
Yeah,
Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. I would definitely have to add.
yeah. Why isn't that game not on this list? That kind of surprises me too. But hey, what do I know?
Yeah, I wanted what's his name from City Wide Guys?
Sora
in Kingdom Hearts.
called it.
It was in it.
You're welcome.
You got Joker from Persona 5.
I'm just gonna pretend that I manifested the Sora thing.
I love Cam Hawkins' video when he was streaming and it showed Sora and he lost his mind.
Yeah,
I was just like,
that's a series I'm gonna play through this year, Ed. Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, I'm gonna play through it.
I got the whole collection too on Xbox.
So
Still love 1.
That's where I'm gonna play it.
I love 1. I love 2, but I hate the story of 2. This connection. I never played any of the side games because I thought they were ridiculous. I do want to play the PSP one though, to get like the origins. And then I own 3 on Xbox, and I need to get back to playing it and everything.
Man. Anyways, I don't want to like say that we were like boo-hooing this list. I think this is, I mean, I think there are some amazing games on this list, right? And the Switch has been such a long generation, and so many people associate it with so many different things, right? And
yes,
you know, there could be 100 other games on this list, and we could say yes or no too, right? I just thought it would be like a really fun exercise to do. But also shout out to Nintendo Life. I know we say that a lot, but also like it's such a nice curated, just good source for Nintendo news, and so is Push Square, and you know, to a lesser extent Pure Xbox, but
I do love Pure Xbox, and
I do too.
I love all 3 of them.
I just don't think the passion for Xbox is there the way that it is for PlayStation and Nintendo.
Yeah.
But all three of those sites, and then what's the other one? Time Extension, which is like their, I don't know if it's PC or retro gaming or both, but
Yeah, Time Extension be blowing my mind on Sundays with a lot of their stories. It's just be stuff that I didn't even know. I'm like, wait, what? I never heard about this, even though I know about the game or something. The information they give for some of that stuff blows my mind. I'm like, how the heck did I miss this?
yeah. Well, Ed, that was a good time, but I think it's time to
Yes.
move on to question block.
Yes.
You can write in to our Discord, to Blue Sky or Twitter threads or Patreon. You could do it the old-fashioned way through YouTube, comments, email, all that kind of stuff. We want your questions. I got the question thread out late today because of the bossies, so we only have one today, but we want your questions, and I know we're gonna have a huge influx of things coming through. I think
Mm-hmm.
once the Switch 2 is finally announced, and yeah, I'm really curious to see what that looks like.
Yes.
So, without further ado, our first and only question of the week, Ed, comes from Matt Sawinski. He is from the PlayStation
Generation.
Generations. I always get those two mixed up. Sorry. He's from the PlayStation Generations podcast. We have to have him on something at some point. Probably maybe expansion pass for something.
Yes. And he will be our special guest in the Bossies.
Yeah. I edited his video today. No, his was already edited, so I didn't have to do anything. So thank you for doing that. That's one in a row. He writes, "What are you expecting for the Switch 2 launch lineup?" Man,
So I'm expecting about, I want to
Snipper Clips
say,
2.
I would love that. So I would expect 15 to 18 games. I think we would get 3 from Nintendo with another 1 game per month. Definitely we'll get some indies. I think Squaresoft and Ubisoft will present something. EA may bring out a FIFA game. If I was them, I probably would have bring out college football and not John Madden, since a lot of people feel like college football would be good. So I think we'll get some kind of sports game for it. I don't think we would get like NBA 2K or anything like that. I think we would get definitely a Mario game, maybe Metroid Prime, maybe Splatoon 4. Would be on there. Capcom probably would drop a Resident Evil game. Konami could put another Bomberman game, or they could really drop kick us all in the throat and bring out Silent Hill 2 remake. Like Konami could come in and just slap us all across to be like, what? We probably could get Metal Gear Collection Volume 2 question mark. If the system is region free, maybe they actually allow, just be like, hey, the game is region free. We do it on the Japanese eShop. Now it's available on the American eShop, and you could just buy it there. No translation or whatever. If you want to play the import version, you can. Maybe that they should do that for I would love for them to do eShop. If you want to play an import game, you can buy it digitally just right then and there, or you could wait if you want the translated localized version later on down the line. That would be cool. But I'm just thinking about stuff that would be at stores and not just the eShop alone. Um, Square Enix could do Final Fantasy, or they could do like Octopath and stuff. Um,
You know what would be really cool? Not to interrupt you, but
no,
if
go ahead.
let's say Final Fantasy ends up coming out, right?
Mhm.
Final Fantasy 7, this would be kind of like a weird full circle moment for the that game, but like what if it got a collector's edition console or pro controller or something? Um
You
I
better
think
believe that much would get pre-ordered with the quickness from a lot of people.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that would be an amazing thing, especially because like obviously the story about the original game skipping Nintendo for PlayStation was such a you know
Hmm.
infamous one. But yeah, that was my a thought.
Um. Oh shoot. if Square Enix gave Nintendo Final Fantasy 13 Collection time exclusive console, I think, of course, Digital Foundry would be on it because they'll be like, well, they got the games on Xbox Spectrum compatible. I'm like, these folks want the remaster version that's on Switch, so or the successor. So Final Fantasy can act. I mean, Square Enix can act the fool. I think Dragon Quest 12 could be on launch day.
No, they would have shown so much of that game by now.
I know, but I'm like, it's not in out of the realm of possibilities.
I think it might be at the reveal event. I don't think it's coming out on launch day. You're crazy.
I say it's a possibility. I'm not saying that it is. I'm just saying it's a possibility. That's all I'm saying. Um, Focus Entertainment will probably do something. SNK, definitely Capcom. Okami 2 probably could come to Switch, but not on launch day.
Well, they
I
just
think that's
announced
gonna.
it. That studio just formed. It's not coming for 3 or 4 years at least.
Well, I'm just saying. Um, uh, Platinum Games could probably have something for them. Uh, like Astro Chain 2 could be a big one. Uh,
That would be cool. Because what was the last game Platinum put out? Like, in
um,
all honesty, what was the last game they put out?
the last one I noticed was it that one that Square Enix canceled, Babylon's Fall.
No, because Bayonetta came out after that.
Bayonetta 3 then would be their last one.
No, Bayonetta Origins came out after Bayonetta 3. Could have been that.
I thought Origins was out before Bayonetta 3.
It was literally like 6 months later.
Oh, okay. Then Origins would actually
Astral
it
Chain
had
though
to
would be an awesome launch title.
right. I think it was the near one. The one we waited on that you mentioned earlier.
What
Maybe?
I don't know. I don't know.
I would have to look it up.
Yeah.
Um
Man, that'd
I
be
know
so
y'all mentioned Arms 2 making fun of me, but Arms 2 could be a release game, a launch game. It could be. Uh Sega could do Yakuza Like a Dragon.
I
And
could
Infinite
see
Wealth.
I could see those games starting to come over in some sort of order. I mean, right? I wonder if Kiwami was the test bed,
Yeah.
right? And then there's like a Kiwami Ultimate Edition or whatever, or like an upgrade for the Switch 2. And then like, maybe like I don't know, they release them in some sort of weird order, right? But
Right. And the studio was surprised at all the good sales that game. I mean, it was cheap, like I think $20. They were surprised at all the good sales that game had on Switch. I'm just like, oh, y'all really did want this. I'm like, yeah, we've been telling you that. Uh, Another game, if Sega and Platinum want to get those real coins, I think they could bring Vanquish and announce a Vanquish 2. if Nintendo, if Nitsy, with all the money that they have, want to foot the bill for that, Sega would do it. Sega and Platinum would do it. Oh, y'all gonna give us, I would say, $40 million plus to make a Vanquish 2? Yeah. Give us that coin. And then have everybody complain that why they not getting it. I was like, well, if you buy it, then to buy it when they re-release it many a times. And Nitsy want that exclusive.
Yeah.
You should have told them companies to up their coin and have them exclusive on their system. Sony and Microsoft not hurting that bad. They could do it. As much as they lost on Scalebound and Concord, come on now.
Yeah.
And heck, Scalebound didn't even get a chance to get a game out. It only got a trailer. Right. Concord at least came out before it got discontinued.
It did it though.
I'm just saying.
Rip Concord.
Yeah. So,
I mean, I guess for me, like, I don't really know. I guess I would love to know what's coming out. I guess that's what the whole point of this is right now, is to guess what's coming. But I think Astral Chain 2, I think something experimental and fun, like if you're not going to have Mario Kart out right away, why not put out an F-Zero? I think that would be really interesting. I mean, Mario Kart 9 is going to be the killer app at this point. I think you're going to get some sort of Zelda remake or remaster. I would say remaster at this point. This year. I think it's going to be Wind Waker. Because let me back up. 2025. I think you're going to get Wind Waker this year. Although it is the 20th anniversary of Twilight Princess, so you could get Twilight Princess this year.
Which give us that coin. Give us that game, Netsy, so we give you just that coin. Marvel Rivals. Do you think that's a good one? Maybe a good choice?
I think that'll make its way to Switch too. I think that's an easy one to say. I mean, you get Fortnite and Apex on there, and Call of Duty, you can get Marvel Rivals on Switch.
I also wonder if Alan Wake 2 would be a good one.
I think I lost my train of thought now. I really lost my train of thought. I think they're gonna surprise some people with an IP that hasn't been around for a while. I think F-Zero is it. They've shown a lot of love to F-Zero recently, or Star Fox, or maybe that weird Star Fox Grand Prix game that was rumored for so long, and there was that leaked logo, and every other game on that list came out except for that. So I wonder if that would happen.
I would probably say MLB The Show probably be a launch title too.
Yeah, I think that's a shoe-in for sure.
I wouldn't be surprised if Sony also jumped in and just gave us some guys' support.
Yeah, the more and more I think about what Sony wants to do, I wonder if they start putting certain games, like, not their big hitters, but like a Sackboy's Big Adventure, right? Like something like that, to see how it does and see how viable a handheld could be. Ed's bumping his stuff. We might have to restart recording. Oh no!
No. We're good.
Okay.
Question for you, Corey.
Nope.
Would their part of their PS3 lineup for a Switch successor, would that bring in money to Nintendo and Sony? Like, would you play Infamous?
The Infamous collection, like an Infamous collection.
Like if they brought their PlayStation 3 library, first party Sony, but their PlayStation some of their PlayStation 3 library, like Uncharted probably wouldn't be on there, but if Infamous was on there, like Infamous 1 and 2, were on there, and like a $40 collection.
But I mean, PlayStation owners would be pretty mad because it's not there yet. I think you would have to launch them at the same time on both
Mm-hmm.
systems. But I think I don't know. I was thinking about like something like the Jack collection or like the Cyclooper collection or even
I
the
would love
Greek
a Resistance collection
even like the Greek anthology of God of War, something like that. Um,
because I think I, I would
I mean,
say
I feel like Sony's exhausted all of the money they can from the platforms that it's on. Why not
mm,
extend it to something like, because Nintendo's not really challenging PlayStation in in the same market, right? I mean, yes, they're both game consoles, but they're not doing the same thing, right? So,
because yeah, because I think like their PSP and PS Vita games
mhm.
could come to their successor.
Yeah, I mean, like
Um,
Gravity Rush is one that I think of. Gravity Rush 1 and 2. Those were that first one was awesome.
yeah,
Uh, Second one was okay, but the first one was
that
awesome. The like Shadow of the Colossus would be cool.
that Uncharted
Ico,
game that was on PS Vita, I think.
Golden Abyss, yeah, it would
I
be
think a
really
God of
interesting.
War collection probably would do good, or at least Assertion would.
Yeah, yeah, I think there's a lot you could do.
Because I think my thing would be is that if Sony did that, PlayStation 3, let's add PSP or PS Vita, and they got some of the games that didn't do so well on those handhelds, but they do it for the successor. I think if there are really a lot of good sales and a lot of good talk, I think that will bring interest to Sony. Be like, maybe we can not only just bring these games to back for our personal consoles, but we could just bring those series back with all brand new games for our latest console and PC. I think the interest from a test or from the sales would bring in uh Sony to be like, yeah, we can bring this back.
Hmm.
But like you said, like Eco and the Shadow of the Colossus, the Lost Last Guardian, like stuff like that from Team Eco. Heck yeah! What was the Oh goodness, I think it was PSP or Vita. It was bright and colorful. I cannot think of it. The shapes and stuff.
Are you talking
Um,
about
Loco,
concrete concrete
Loco
genie?
Roco.
Oh,
Oh, Concrete Genie is a must on the successor. That game would do phenomenal on that system. But
yeah,
yeah, shoot, Loco Roco on the OLED or LED or assist on the screen. Shoot, nice and crisp with some good sounds. Come on, Sony,
yeah.
and they'll give Sony and Microsoft arms so people could play it.
Gosh, get me out of here. I'm done.
Well, Corey, we are at the end of the show. Just some quick thoughts from me. Um, the fires in LA. They're still doing investigations. They're still trying to fight it. Hopefully, some of our community who is in the LA area, hopefully you guys are safe. Hopefully, if you were uh, hopefully you were able to evict and get out if you were in the area, if you was affected by it. Hopefully you was able to get out. Um, but yeah, it's such it's such a weird time in this 2025, and it's just in the month just started, like the year just started. But hopefully people are safe. Um, there's the organizations that people could give to. Yeah, and if you know people who live or were affected, and like if you're able to get in touch with them, please do get in touch. Make sure that they're safe, and everything. And regardless of the news and everything, um, this was a big tragedy and everything. So we just, or for me personally, I just hope that people are safe, um, and everything. And I know there's a lot of people lost a lot of stuff from it, but um, hopefully over time they can get it back. Um, I mean, that's all I can say at this time. Any final thoughts, Corey?
I mean, yeah, I mean the fires are bad. I don't know what else I can say or do to talk about those really in a meaningful way. I just hope everybody's safe. My final thought's going to be a little bit more positive, Ed.
Mm-hmm.
I really just want to thank everybody who put a lot of hard work into the Bossies, and contributing and being a part of the show. I hope everybody enjoys the show. It's coming up, and I'm just really excited that it's almost over. No, but in all seriousness, no, like I appreciate everybody who who was a part of the show and who contributed and gave us submitted videos. And this show's going to be a lot longer than I anticipated, but also I think the content is good enough to warrant that, especially from our friends who submitted videos, and we have trailers. We have a couple really cool trailers to show off. We have a couple really great friends in the industry that are participating, and I'm just really excited for people to see it. So please tune into the Bossies. I will hopefully have the premiere set up by Tuesday morning, so you can go get notified when it's ready. And yeah, I will be sharing that link out as well, the premiere link on socials. And Ed, another year, another Bossies.
Yes.
So,
well, Corey and everybody, thank you for watching or listening to this episode of Nintendo Pow Block. You can catch new episodes Monday on your podcast service of choice, on YouTube, or on our free Patreon tier. Remember, if you're watching the video, subscribe on YouTube, like the video, and leave a comment. If you're listening, leave us a rating and a nice review. Get the show ad-free along with other perks like early access to Expansion Pass, Video Game Book Club, become a Patreon producer, exclusive content, and more by heading to our Patreon at patreon.com/Boss Network. Follow us at Boss Rush Network and at Pow Block Podcast on all major social media platforms, including Blue Sky. And find all of our content, including reviews, daily banters, features, and more on our website at bossrush.net. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time, everybody. Bye. Woohoo!
goodbye, everybody. If you want to see how you can become a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/BossRushNetwork. The Patreon producers for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., Sana Dirrig, Francisco Santillan, Matthew Keel, and Todd Oxtra. Thanks for your continued support of the Boss Rush Network.